Gas is what's changed.
In his 7th decade now, Robert Aldridge knows a little about life, a lot about cars,
Transmission was different.
and a thing or two about gas prices. When he started driving, gas was cheap.
7, 8 cents a gallon.
His favorite car to drive these days is his 1930 Ford Model A. When this car was new, it didn't cost much to top off the tank.
Well, it's got a 12-gallon tank on it. Probably less than $1 to fill it up if it was new.
That was then, and this is now. Robert lives on the outskirts of Cushing. It is the pipeline crossroads of the world. It's also the source of a major problem. With oil prices up, the oil patch is as busy as ever. So much oil is being pumped these days that oil is flowing into Cushing faster than it can be moved out.
Hello, Oklahoma.
President Barack Obama came to Cushing in March to address that problem.
There's a bottleneck right here because we can't get enough of the oil to our refineries fast enough.
The president says he's fast-tracking the construction of a new pipeline. The southern leg of the Keystone will take a year to build. Construction should start by midsummer and be completed in the summer of 2013. It'll send oil 484 miles from Cushing to the Gulf Coast. But critics say the president is taking too much credit.
I think when President Obama came here to talk about the Keystone Pipeline, he said he was going to expedite the southern part. What's going to happen in spite of him?
Congressman John Sullivan says that if the president would have approved the full Keystone Pipeline starting in Canada, it would have created 20,000 jobs with $1.2 billion invested in our state. Congressman Sullivan says that the president is giving the appearance he's working on the energy crisis, but he says it's not enough.
What was interesting, a week before he lobbied the Senate to not approve the northern part of the Keystone Pipeline, the most important part that brings the oil down here from Canada and the Bakken out in North Dakota.
There's a lot of misconception in the public about what sets energy prices.
At an energy summit in Oklahoma City put on by Oklahoma State University, experts examined the oil and gas industry. OSU professor Betty Simpkins says the new pipeline is a good start.
It's going to certainly help alleviate a situation that needs to be alleviated.
Experts say that new pipeline could actually have a negative effect here in Green Country. You see, right now, they move the oil very cheaply and efficiently from Cushing to the refineries in Tulsa. So here at the gas pump, we're paying less than the national average. But once that oil starts moving to the coast, our gas prices could actually start inching up. But Simpkins thinks that'll only be temporary. Long-term, experts don't expect much change in the price of gas at all. Global supply and demand and political climate drive prices.
Long term, I think 6 years from now, I don't think we're going to see higher prices than we're seeing right now. I think they're going to be slightly lower.
Back in Cushing, that's not great news for people like Robert Aldridge, who's hoping for more of a drop. He'll still drive his Model A, he says, but with gas prices well above $3 a gallon, he'll not drive it as much as he would like to.
It's got to change someday because it's going to hit an end here before long, I think.